Hello, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is news time again from this very good channel. Welcome back. How are you all doing? Hope you're good. I pray that God will be with you in your endeavors. Today, we have another update for you. And I want you to, after listening to it, you drop your opinion and suggestions you have so that Biafra will be free. And that's just it. Okay, let's go there.
Lately, Simon Ekpan PM was taken away. In that 48 hours, they betrayed him. Under 48 hours, the whole thing he built for these years, they tried to destroy it. They do everything to make sure that there will be no more anything like declaring Biafra on this time. They asked that the Biafra should not be declared. Without defining what they knew that we don't know. Without telling us this is why Biafra will not be declared. Why must we declare Biafra? And even when Simon Ekpa was there, did not question Simon Ekpa and tell Simon Ekpa, no, Biafra cannot be declared because maybe Nnamdi Kanu is not there. Maybe the vote was this. Maybe we are not having this. Maybe we are not having that. All of a sudden they say no, Biafra will not be declared. What is the reason? Nothing. Just Biafra cannot be declared. And we asked them why. People contributed money. People bought their tickets, made the hotel reservations, advertisement everywhere, both home and abroad, and every part of the world. Nigerian government was shaking. Nigerian government was panicking. And somebody come and say, I asked the military not to act anymore. And how they managed to accept those kind of message, I don't know. Every time I would ask myself this question. How could they, in the first place, accept that kind of message? How could they have accepted any kind of break after Samuel Ekpa was taken? So it is a shame. And now God help us with a woman who stand on her feet and say, no, what will I tell myself? I am the Ngozi Orabueze. I came to this struggle because I want Biafra. What will I tell myself? I am a lady that spent my years, I've been to school, I'm educated. So how can it be that something that handed over to me, I cannot handle it? How can it be that after my qualification, I would not know what I'm supposed to do? How can it be that somebody that doesn't have anything to offer as a qualification or an exposure added by degree or in anything to control what somebody has masters in law, Simon Ekpa, and he made me his surrogate, knowing fully well that I am educated, just like he is educated and is exposed, and knowing his left from his right, and I will come and buy the idea of somebody because he must have accepted something from the Nigerian government, and to stand and tell me, no, Biafra will not be declared. I know there is no money in the account. The excuses start coming from east to west, north and south, only just to frustrate that opportunity that they see or they saw that particular time. Because those people who are pushing them and telling them, now Simon Ekpa is not there, you can now act. If you don't take that position to make sure that this Biafra is not declared, then what do we pay you all this while? What have we been fighting? You have been given an excuse that Ngozi Orabueze have blocked a lot of things in order to get to Simon Ekpa, to distract what we are doing. Now that Simon Ekpa, we're taking Simon Ekpa away, why can't you act now? You can change all those things. And Ngozi Orabueze stand gidigba, say, whether they like it or not, Biafra must be declared. And that was what happened on the 29th of November 2027, and Biafra declared. And that Biafra declaration gave more spirit and life to serve Nnamdi Kanu. He gave Nnamdi Kanu life. He knew that he was not fighting alone. That even when Chike them have sold ESN and have a deal with Soludo, have a deal with the politicians, have a deal with Tinubu's son, going up and down with Atiku and Obi, all of them, that there is people who are still standing. I heard that Biafra had been declared and the name is United States of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu stand and said, I will not die. I will not die. I will not die. They don't know that the weight of that pronunciation. I am not going to die. Biafra had been declared. And Nnamdi Kanu will not die. Nnamdi Kanu will not die. Biafra had been declared. His spirit become powerful and strong again. People don't understand it. I will not die. Biafra have been declared, and that is what I have been fighting for. And that is why I am here. And that is why we do what we do. Because of the treatment my people are facing today. The same treatment they are giving me here, even the court have pronounced that I have not committed any crime, and you are still holding me. I am not going to die. I am not going to die because I have somebody like Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I have somebody like Simon Ekpan. I have somebody like Choose. I have somebody like Awumbe. I have somebody, many of them who are standing on the right track. And Biafra will not die. Nnamdi Kanu will not die. Another will Simon Ekpa die in the prison. Biafra will definitely come accomplished. Today he is standing for us in that continue fighting in Nigerian court, and nothing is going to happen to him because his spirit will be filled with the spirit of his ancestors who knows what the Igbos are fighting for. Look at the Igbos in those states. Have somebody that trying to force them, change their nature, trying to make sure that Igbos are cut in size and that Igbos will not be expanded. The areas and the land that God has given unto them, they continue reducing them. When the Yoruba is expanding to them, even the Yorubas continue mentioning their people that are in Brazil. But the Igbos that are in Igbo land, because the state they put them in Edo state, they're trying to subject them to death, trying to tell them you must be Benin. When you don't have the culture of Benin, when you don't have the culture of Edo state, you have the Igbo culture even though you're in Edo state, and they're trying to tell you, no, shut up, you must be a Benin person, because they want to cut you short and make sure that they close that name Igbo. But it is impossible because who God bless, no one cuts. Thank you for now. Let me give my brother a chance to talk. God bless you.
Thank you so much, my brother Greg. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And my fellow Biafrans, before I hand the mic to my brother Maxwell, I want to bring some updates to your notice. There are some updates that is coming up, and I want us to look at those updates that is coming up from the court. Those updates that come up is some of the things we are saying that you can never ever trust the Zoological Republic. They never meant well for us, and we will never listen to whatever I have. I told you that whenever Martin Nandikan is coming to court, we only come to learn lessons, but not to expect anything positive from these people. You can see the update. He said, breaking. Court grant request to shield prosecution witnesses in Mazen Nandekano's terrorism trial. The court have finally agreed that the witness will be hidden. This is what it means, that they will hide the witness. The person that will come and witness against Mazen Nandekano for terrorism, they are going to hide the identity. They will hide the face. They will not allow us to know who the person is or allow the person to come and testify in the public. It will be hidden. Something we have said, if the person is confident and you know that truly Mazen Nandekano committed any form of terrorism, be bold enough to come out and testify. Why are you hiding? But today, The court have upheld that very decision. They have upheld that decision that the person who will testify against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on terrorism will be hidden from the public. Just like they said before, that they're going to cover the person. You're not going to know who the person is. You're not going to know the name or person. So anybody can testify, including a Janjaweed can come and testify. Anybody can hide under the curtain and speak. Even Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and the members of the court, nobody is going to know the person who is going to speak. They will just cover the person up and they will just hear the voice and present it and use it against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, even when he has not committed it. This is what the court ruled today. This is one of the updates that the court ruled today as a breaking news. And the second one again that came up, I'm going to bring up the second one so that while the people with me on stage here will be speaking, they will be digging into this very aspect of this very development we are seeing, because that is why we are here, to bring to Biafrans what is going on. You know, for a very long time, we have been debating that issue. Those, just like the other idiot who is now in jail, who thought that he's going to serve the zoo and go scot-free, was saying he's going to testify and testify. And so many of them that are lined up to testify, including members of IPOB Nigeria, who want to testify against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There are several of them. So they have succeeded in getting that very cover for themselves. They will hide and they will testify and provide whatever evidence they say they have. And now, I think one of the issue has already been raised up, and it says here, resolution. After airing of evidence presented by the prosecution's first testimony, they have already taken the first testimony. The first testimony have already been taken. And it says, after airing of evidence presented by the prosecution's first testimony, the defendant, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, has denied accusation of inciting violence through his broadcast, insisting that his well-televised, streamlined audio message was directed in exerting the right to self-determination of the Igbo race. Stay tuned. They have already aired the first one, an incitement to indict Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is already putting his defense that his streamlined telecast, the broadcast image, was televised across and streamed across the whole world, both audio and video. It was there, and the message was directed in exerting the right to self-defense, and that is what it is: self-determination. Everything Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been preaching from day one is on self-determination. Self-determination, that is his message. And self-determination is not a crime, has never been a crime anywhere. International law supports self-determination. African peoples and human rights law supports self-determination. Even Nigerian zoological law itself has self-determination in it, because they signed it up in African peoples and human rights law. Nigeria signed that treaty. So self-determination that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been preaching in his broadcast is not a crime, has never been a crime. That is one of the defense that we put forward while we are waiting to get some other updates, and we will continue to relate to Biafran people. My beloved brother Maxwell, go ahead and take the mic. My brother Maxwell, go ahead. Take the mic. Are you there, my brother Max? Are you there, Max?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Thank you thank you so much, Mazi Chicks. Good morning to you. Good morning to my Namoche Craig. Good morning to each and every one of you in the comment section. Yes, sir. Please like and share this broadcast so that other people will come in to join us, please. And as you do that, may Chukwu Kikabiyama continue to bless you. May God bless my leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless Simon Ekpa. May God bless the piloter of this United States of Biafra as we see it now. May God protect each and every one of you, both home and abroad. Those that are fighting and contributing in any way, no matter how small. I say may God continue to bless you more as you contribute for the freedom of your ancestral land. Nobody, no white man will do it for us. It is only us that are going to do it. Nobody will do it. Ghanaians won't do it for us. Ivorians won't do it for us. Rather, it is we ourselves, us, that are going to do it. As we do that, God will never allow our efforts to go in vain. Mazi, I said it before I came in here. I saw the news on the breaking news on Vanguard that those that are going to testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be hooded. They will be hooded. Where a witness, I don't know, Nigeria, what is wrong with these people? Everything is wrong with Nigeria. Everything is wrong with Nigeria. Whosoever that is validating and defending that corrupt system is evil, just like Nigeria. Are you conducting a sting operation? Is that a sting operation or covert? Why going there? Hooded. If these people are really sure of themselves, like you just said, what stops you for appearing in person? Why are you hiding? Why are you being hooded to go and testify in a case as horrific, as treasonable offense? Is that what Nigeria can? Anyway, I am not shocked, because a country that kills their own people when they are even flying flags, a country that will round up agitators and buy them, a country that will invade and send boots in Biafra land where there is no war. I listened to one of our elder sister, Nemoche, the other day on a video when she was covering the seat at home. Didn't I say it here? That police people collected about 30 or 40 or 50,000 from someone who is a student of Futo, whose brother is in abroad, enforcing sit at home. They told him, don't you know that today is sit at home? Why are you not sitting at home? Because of that, they collected money from him. They collected money from him. The same thing this our sister said. 90% her own, because I would believe her own because she's an indigene. 90% of the evil that is going on in Biafra land is caused by these security agents, the army, police, DSS, and the rest of them. The inter-society said 80%. I don't doubt these people. I am not surprised. They can turn stone into bread. Nigeria can turn stone into bread. They can change the truth and make it. You see it happening. When they vote, they will go and change the other one and put the other one. America wonder, abracadabra. The more you look, the less you see. This is what they do, and they will not stop it at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They will continue to do it. How will you now bring people to go and testify? In a horrific case as terrorism, hooded. What the senior advocate that is representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, didn't he object to that? The legal team, how can they allow that to happen?
As you can see, they have accepted it, and that is why the case is going on.
Because we did not see any argument or objection raised on hooding, witnesses to come. Look, let me tell you, these are going to be Igbo-speaking Biafrans. They are not going to be any Yoruba. There will never be any Yoruba. There will never be, from where I am standing or from where I'm coming from. If Ijele was to be out today, he will go and testify even without hooding himself. I am telling you, he will be there. In fact, don't be surprised that those people that are going to testify, some of them are governors. Some of them are governors. Because I have Peter Mba say he's going to Finland to go and testify against. Did he hide it? Did he hide it? He did not hide it. The people that are going to testify against their own brother is the brothers and sisters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as well. In Rwanda, or is it in Rwanda, when they were trying, or in Kenya, when they were trying some political people, I think it is in Kenya, ICJ or ICC, investigators, they went to Kenya, they were asking people questions. These people refused to answer them. Go and check it. They refuse. They say, we will not say anything that is going to, something that is going to, implicate our own. They refuse to talk. They say they will not talk. And that was how the man was, for lack of evidences, that was how the man was. He's a Kenyan man, I think. You can browse it or anybody can check it and let me know. But the Igbo-speaking Biafrans, no, they cannot. Instead of, if it is not me, let everything scatter. That is the habit, that is the spirit of some of our Igbo people. The people of my mother. That is the kind of habit some of them have. Look at what is going on. They are not going to fetch anybody from anywhere to come and testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, the people, his brothers and sisters, those that he is also fighting for. This is how sad it is. This is to tell you the kind of problem that we are facing. Don't get it wrong, my brother. There is no outsider that is coming to, testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, apart from the people that he came from the same household. I am telling you the truth. I'm not surprised though. I am not surprised. But look, I would like to tell our people today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not just wake up, pick up the fight for freedom of the Biafran people and the fight against Nigeria for the freedom of his people, the fight against the collaborators, United Kingdom and their collaborators, their cohorts as well. Just like that. He stood up because God led him. No matter what happened, the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the hands of Chukwu Abịama that brought him forth. That is what I will assure you. If you are thinking of getting justice from that zoological republic, a country that is worse than zoo, in animal kingdom self, at least lion has respect. Rhinos, they have respect. Animals give respect to who respect is due. If not, they will bite you. They will kill you. In Nigeria, there is nothing like that. There is nothing. Is everybody on their own. God for us all. That is how it is. But let's be praying for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because something is going to happen that is going to shake that country. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to shake that country. Don't be bothered with whatever that is going to happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. By the grace of God, he is going to be released. And he is coming out with the freedom of his people. If by that time they will be negotiating with him, and it is too late. Just like Ingila told them. They will be negotiating, but that time it will be too late. Nigeria is an evil country that you cannot just, what they would do, when you can just gaze at what they are going to do, and you will get it right. Anyway, there is nothing that is hidden under the sun. Let the people go and testify, hooding themselves, hooded, then we will see what will happen. There is no how you cover the smoke. The smoke will surely come out. We will know them and we will see them as well. Let them go. Is it not Nigeria? Is there anything secret in Nigeria? Nothing is secret in Nigeria. Everything will be exposed. Let them go and do their thing. There are foolish people that doesn't know how to protect their own people. The only thing they know how to do is to begin to find way to crucify, send your own brother or your own sister into the slaughter slab. Ndị obi ọjọọ, ndị arụmala, ụfọdụ ndị Igbo wụ ndị arụmala ha itinye na mmiri ọ ga-egbutere gị azụ. Ndị oshi na ndị arụmala, ndị ụchụ, ndị ihere na-eme. You are going there to go and stand and testify against your own brother. If you are man enough or woman enough, why can't you go there in person without hurting yourself? No matter what they do, my brothers and sisters, the will of God will prevail upon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and the Biafran people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Maxwell. I thank you for that line of thought. And the Biafrans, wherever you are, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, do not be moved. Every time you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appearing on the same clothes for the past 4 or 5 years now, it has a significance. Consistency personified to the highest level. He has never sold out his faith. What he told us before, that is where he stands today. Remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in the past. He has never changed. And his stance has always been a call for self-determination. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was calling for self-determination and nothing more. He has been calling for and that self-determination is the right of every human being living on the planet Earth. That right is supported by international law, supported by African Peoples and Human Rights Law, and supported by the Zoological Republic Law. But when it comes to a Biafran, they make you a terrorist because you are asking for your freedom. They want us to remain enslaved. It doesn't matter the name they call us, we would not stop. Every one of us that is watching Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today in the court, I want you to know where we are coming from so that you not be moved. If you know where we are coming from and the situation of this case, you will know that the persecution is orchestrated intentionally against the Biafrans. That is where you see the global conspiracy we are talking about. I want us to listen to this very word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again, for you to know that every single thing you are seeing them do today is just a show. They have done it before and they failed from the lower to the highest court, and today they are just revisiting and doing the same thing, trying to see if they can maneuver one or two things and put in place. Just as you have seen, they have succeeded in pushing forward people who will come and testify who did. They won't tell us the name, they won't tell us who they are not going to appear in person, and they will testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the court will use their testimony. And we are waiting to hear what they're going to testify. Already we have seen the argument they present. The first argument now is the broadcast, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was instigating violence or terrorism through workers, and the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still online. It was based on self-determination. The foundation of message is self-determination, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. But I want you to listen to this again before we come back and continue. Then I will give the mic to my brother Ngozi. Let's listen to this. This was in the past. The last thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the last time when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu explained the situation of this case, I want you to listen.
Page 8. All these things are online. This is very, very clear. In all this is judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And is here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here. What is the page? What is that again? Where is even online? Where it says page 18. All these things are online. Is it on page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the vacuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Page 18, right?
Okay. They kept switching the charges. Yes. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it? Yes. I made a broadcast in England. Yes. And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, United Kingdom. Yes. When my lawyers came to see me, to discuss I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196,
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
in violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdi Kanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible. Of the Igbo people. This orchestrated, almost global persecution of the people stops with me. It cannot happen. It can never happen. That is why we do what we do. That is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we're facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Now you have seen where we are coming from. For you to understand the true nature of this case, that it has no barriers, but they are trying by all means to force something upon Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And for your information as a Biafran, Mazi Simon Ekpa left an information that will keep us on our toe at all times. Even in the absence of Mazi Simon Ekpa, today, I want you to remember this message that Mazi Simon Ekpa left for us. This is the answer to the situation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Do not forget it. If you forget it, you are your own. Pay attention and let's listen.
Other reason why he was kidnapped from Kenya, other than to end Biafra struggle. Because they know Biafra struggle is not a crime. It's not a crime. He can never ever be sentenced and convicted in Nigeria. Never. That is because there is no law. There is no law to convict Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But you know what? The law empower them. Not even the law does not even empower them. Somehow, when they want to circumvent the law, to detain him as long as possible. You can imagine the people that were released the other day. 15 good years. 15 good years. Do you know 15 years? 15 years you can be anything you want to be in this life within 15 years. Within 15 years, your life, everything you want to be in this life, you can achieve it within 15 years. I am very serious. If you do not achieve it within 15 years, you are going to build the foundation to prepare you to what you are going to be in life within 15 years. But you know, those people were detained for 15 good years. At the end of the day, they were going to court. Of course, they have to see a reason to detain them. They take them to court for 15 good years, only to now release them that they could not convict. So when you stay in detention for 15 good years, which kind of reason I want to give you again? Okay? What it means is that in some state, in some country, you have served 30 years imprisonment. Are you aware of that? In some country, when you stay 15 years, because when they give you verdict, you have to, you know, sometimes in a place, depending on the country, you serve half of the verdict.
I don't want us to be carried away or get confused. I want you to pay attention to the very first statement Mazi Simon Ekpa made here. If you think that anything is upon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nothing, but they can hold him for as long as they want. In order, as they circumvent the law, they can hold him for as long as they want. They can bring him as many times as he will continue to go to court for as long as they want and desire. But if we want him to be free, there is one thing we have to do. And he also spoke about that. But before we go to that section, let me repeat that word again. Pay good attention to what Mazi Simon Ekpa has to say here. Very important.
Other reason why he was kidnapped from Kenya, other than to end Biafra struggle. Because they know Biafra struggle is not a crime. It's not a crime. He can never ever be sentenced and convicted in Nigeria. Never. That is because there is no law. There is no law to convict Mazi Kanu. But you know what? The law empower them. Not even the law does not even empower them. Somehow, when they want to circumvent the law, to detain him as long as possible. You can imagine the people that were released the other day.
Did you hear that? They circumvent the law, and that empowers them to hold him for as long as they want. Do you now get what is happening? So when you see all this drama in the court, do not be moved. You should have prepared for today. That is why I come online always. I say that whenever they are bringing Mazi Kanu, I am not expecting any miracle to happen or whatever to happen, because we know where they are going and where they are headed. The person they are bringing has no case. So we need to prepare our mind. Most importantly, have it at the back of your mind that the restoration of Biafra is not dependent on one person, no particular individual. Stop making restoration of Biafra dependent on one person, not on Mazi Kanu, not on Mazi Simon, but not on Dr. Orabueze. It is dependent on every single Biafran. As long as there is a Biafran alive, Biafra must come. My brother Akonye, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Uncle Chuks.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Greetings to all in the house. Thank you for your good work. I always appreciate and thank you for the wonderful thing you are doing. My own stand has been my stand concerning our leader Mazi Kanu. I am not even moved or being amazed by the court approving people to testify, either covering their face or behind the bar. So all those things are no. You know, the last time we appeared in court, it is on your program and Okota Marcel program. I told Okota that if Tinubu will release Nnamdi, it will be after his political calculation. If he knows that the assurance that he is going to win 2027, because as he's touring around South now, people are discussing to it with their structure. Ubara has gone to Abuja to go and apologize to Wiki, and if they are assured, if Ubara assured them that if you reinstate me, Rivers will be for you. So it will forget that one. The southeast side, the southeast someone might is on the southeast vote. Now, if all the calculation that Tinubu is doing, he now come to terms that if he now releases Nnamdi, Southeastern will vote for him, and then from the little vote he is going to Ghana from North, he will win. He will release Nnamdi. But if he do his calculation and see that he is not going to win 2027, Tinubu will not release Nnamdi. The only thing that will release Nnamdi Kanu is when all of us that are shouting for Biafra realize. I'm not saying it to denigrate anybody or make anybody look stupid. When we all realize the meaning of Biafra, moved from the meaning of Biafra, and now make our calculations starting from when all these our leaders started shouting for Biafra, from Ojukwu, how Ojukwu fell, from Wazirike, what made Wazirike to fail, and move down to Nnamdi and to Simon. Now, the two of our leaders that are behind bar now, we will be able to know how to position ourselves. The best strategy we will use that will as well get our leaders out of detention and give us freedom. But if we continue on this trajectory, any person that raises his head, as Dr. Ngozi is fighting today, a time will come, he will scare through, just as Simon scared through. Those apes and those fools that are in the struggle, but they do not know what the struggle means, they will now resort to ensuring, with the backing of the West, to get the leader again behind back. And I have my point. When Simon, before they arrested Simon, all over Nigeria, all the bloggers, those that insulted Simon, those that was still insulting Simon, all their topic was release Nnamdi. If you cannot maintain peace in the southeast, governors they gathered, every Dick and Harry was talking about release Nnamdi. Each time they took Nnamdi to court, they would call Simon, come and talk. Simon would say he has nothing to talk about Nnamdi. But when they are tired, they will release Nnamdi. As they arrested Simon, all those people, if we can track anybody that is tracking all the bloggers, maybe the people you do follow, how many of them, even the news media, the mainstream media in Nigeria, how many of them were still consistent in talking about releasing Nnamdi? Is it not when they arrested Simon that Soludo said that even releasing Nnamdi will not bring peace to the southeast? So that is my point. And this Biafra, that me, I am speaking for it to come. I do not only speak here, I make my research, I try to understand the West, and I said it. Donald Trump will not do anything, even in the releasing of Nnamdi, or even giving us Biafra, up until our people realize. Let's assume, I keep saying it, that Simon was around to declare Biafra. We declared Biafra and stayed maybe 2 weeks beforehand touched him. All this story we are saying will not be like this today. All the fools that followed him, the chameleons that said that made it known to all that they are behind Simon. They sustained the race, sustained the movement, the pace Simon was going. Nigerian government would have released Nnamdi, but immediately they were all woven in sheep clothing. Immediately, on a norm, the freedom fighter will be where Simon is today. It's either you are in detention, you are dead, or you are in exile. As in exile, I'm not talking of the one we are, that you guys are speaking. I'm talking of the one Ojukwu went on, that he left, he has communicated himself. Those are the places, the best places for people that are speaking for freedom fighter. Now, all of them, everything degenerated. The West that are fighting us, the Nigerian system that are fighting us, the same thing that happened when they catch Nnamdi. Even worse of it is happening now, and you are talking of Nigerian government to release Nnamdi, and you are talking of people not to put themselves to come and testify. But one thing I know that gives me joy is that, at the end of every of our discussion, we will say Biafra at last, and Biafra will come. Biafra will come. But this generation, they will receive it hot. I track many news. I search many places trying to understand what we are in as Africans. And I discover that when the time will come, many people in position disappointment in what they go recently carried Simon. ndị chere ha gana ha kwu ịgazi onye ahụ na-akọba inyo akọba ọnụ Tinubu calculate cha whether mo ga-win 2027 o nwere ike o were Nnamdi mee campaign ọ bụrụ na calculate na ọ ga-win or Tinubu jidere Nnamdi is he the one that arrested the Nnamdi Kanu? He will leave Nnamdi Kanu there. Then when they Fulani when they finish their calculation, all their difference with the West, because of the resources in Biafra land and in Nigeria, as they are dealing with the Plateau and the Benue today, when they are done with it, they will start hitting hard. That if we reach all of us, people will come and say, where is Nnamdi? Same people that are saying kill Simon today, they will as well come and say, where is Simon? And I pray of their life then. If people know, they should do. So keep doing what you are doing. That has been my stand. Preach, dig out the information, analyze it. For people that care to know, those that do not care to know, let them keep on gossiping. Let them keep on shouting. Let them keep talking about money. When the West finish their calculation, they will deal with our people. Then we will realize that West are not there for us because they cannot destroy their shops so that they will go hungry. By the time we understand what the West have in hand for us, we will come together and do the right thing. Thank you. That's my list.
Mazichuk, we can't hear you. You are muted.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much, my brother. Every Biafran, I want you to prepare for whatever that is coming. Prepare for the worst. Just like my brother Akonyo said some time ago, and many of us misunderstood him. There is something you must know. That is why I play that message of Master Simon Ekpa. At the end of the message, later on, I'm going to play the message full so that people who didn't hear the message full will hear it. I'm going to play the message full. I just play the part I wanted to use for now. If you make your enemy know that he's holding something that is very important to you, that your enemy will never ever release it. If you put so much importance on what your enemy is holding, you show your enemy that your life depends on what is in his hand. I bet you are finished. Every one of us will have this in the back of their mind. Whenever your enemy realizes that your life is in his hand and that he's holding something that is so dear to you that you can't afford to do without, you are gone. If you understand this very fact, you will understand the importance of Master Simon Ekpa while he was with us. And now you understand what we are supposed to do now that Master Simon Ekpa is silenced for a while. Just like my brother Akonyo said, while Master Simon Ekpa was around, every platform, governors, elites, media, they were all in support of the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because of the immense pressure. They saw that the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was completely useless in their hand. They saw that Biafra was even coming with the strongest strength that they can ever imagine. And they began to beg. They were wishing that, how they wish that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. They were all eulogizing Mazi, but all of a sudden, when they succeeded in manipulating you, using some of us to take our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa away from the picture, they kind of observe a silence. They use their so-called lawmakers and utter the speech, and they watch your reaction. When they made that statement, they came, all the senators in the southeastern part came and said they do not support the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What was your reaction? What did you do? They played that game to watch and study the reaction of the people. They studied the reaction of people, and some of you were talking rubbish. Some of you were very, very negative. And they went back and planned their strategy. And they are coming up with go and check their media. How many of them today is outraged? How many of them were outraged with that statement of the senators? How many media was outraged? How many people did you come on their platform and see the outrage of the comment of those senators? The so-called governors who said they were calling for his release, what did they do? After all, they were the people that sent those senators to go and make that move.
Mazi Chooks, the same governors, I said it here earlier on, sorry, the same governors, they will be the same people that will hood themselves to go and testify against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I'm telling you the truth. These are the same people. Thank you.
So they threw that game and all of us fell for it. Today, what we are supposed to do today is to take up the responsibility of, I said it in my program yesterday, that Biafra is not tied on anybody. Biafra restoration is not tied on anybody. Not on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not on Mazi Simon Ekpa, not on Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. It is on all of us. And what we are supposed to do is to follow the structure. The foundation have been led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Unshaken. Mazi Simon Ekpa came and built on that foundation, made it stronger than ever. The only thing we have to do is to follow that structure that was given to Mazi Simon Ekpa, which he handed over to us and gave us a surrogate. Mazi Simon Ekpa he didn't leave us without a leader. Just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not leave Biafrans without a leader. He gave us the new dimension. He didn't leave us empty. You cannot say he left. He didn't leave us empty. With the first opportunity he has, he gave us that leader. Even when he gave us, before ever he was taken away, he gave us a leader. When he pronounced the new dimension. In the first opportunity he had, when he was kidnapped and extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, he used that opportunity to give that same order that Mazi Simon Ekpa should take charge. Mazi Simon Ekpa also did not leave us without a leader. He gave us a surrogate. With the first opportunity he has, before they began to manipulate, the way they manipulated the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, before they went into the manipulation, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu released a leader. Before manipulation of the message of Mazi Simon Ekpa, he released a leader. What we are supposed to do is to support the leader, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister. Support her. Let us raise the standard. Let us bring hell upon these people and continue to forge ahead on the structure laid down by Mazi Simon Ekpa. That structure where he interpreted the true meaning of self-defense. We are going after those who are taking the life of our brothers and sisters, those who say we will not have peace, those who have denied us our freedom. We are going after them to take our freedom by force. That is what we are supposed to be doing today. But some people eventually have sold their soul to the devil. But I bet you, the restoration of Biafra is on you. It is on me. It is not tied on any particular individual. They can continue to do whatever they've done and postpone their case as much as they like. All you have to know is that our freedom is not tied on an individual. Let us hear from our beloved brother, T. Joseph. Are you there, T. Joseph? Let's hear from you. T. Joseph, unmute yourself. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, Mazi Chooks survivor, longest time.
You're welcome, my beloved brother. Good to see you.
Thank you. Good afternoon from
Now.
Thank you so much. I saw how everything is playing. A lot of saboteurs, too much in this struggle. Yeah. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Even all those nonsense she have been saying. I'm telling the truth. So I'm watching the court this, and I believe I'm hearing whatever everybody's saying. So I believe that God, just like our leader said, that Chukwu Biama is the one to give us Biafra, and Biafra is going to be the last miracle God is going to do on this earth.
Yes.
Because if you can see now, he told us that Nigeria map out more than $20 billion to suppress Biafra, to make sure that we do not come. But he said that nothing they can do about it. They will come, they will kill us, and they will kill them, but in the end, Biafra will come. So I'm still having that belief because everything he has said have come to light. Nnamdi Kanu is Jesus of our time because, you know, us now, when you're mad at we don't know what we have. That man is a great man, and God will continue to keep him alive for us. And Biafra for real, we're already home. It's just a matter of time, and I believe it. Thank you, guys, and I'm so happy. True Survivor, I've been following you for a long time, and I'm so happy that you are still persistent, like our leader says, say consistent matters. If you remember again, he told us that many people will be bought with money. He's not saying it for them to repent or whatever it is, that it will surely come to pass. But the people that God has bring out for Biafra will bring Biafra for us. So I believe that Biafra is already here. And I'm so happy, my brother. I said, may you continue what you're doing. Chukwu will continue to protect and guide you and bless you for me.
You say. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that very speech you just made. And I want us to listen to this message of Master Samuel again. Now, let us hear it. I'm going to play it complete. Just be patient and hear this message of Master Samuel. It's about 5 minutes message. This is what we are supposed to be doing. And this is supposed to be what Master Samuel made this message 2 years ago. Even when we have not gotten to this stage. But some of us ignored it. While many of us who are following up built on that very information. Today, you have seen that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in your hand, is in my hand. The earlier we begin to do something, the better. I want us to listen to this message in full for those who have not heard it or those who have forgotten.
Other reason why he was kidnapped from Kenya, other than to end Biafra struggle. Because they know Biafra struggle is not a crime. It's not a crime. He can never ever be sentenced and convicted in Nigeria. Never. Because there is no law. There is no law to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But you know what? The law empower them. Not even the law does not even empower them. Somehow, when they want to circumvent the law, to detain him as long as possible. You can imagine the people that were released the other day. 15 good years. 15 good years. Do you know 15 years? 15 years you can be anything you want to be in this life within 15 years. Within 15 years, your life, everything you want to be in this life, you can achieve it within 15 years. I am very serious. If you do not achieve it within 15 years, you are going to build the foundation to prepare you to what you are going to be in life within 15 years. But you know, those people were detained for 15 good years. At the end of the day, they were going to court. Of course, they have to see a reason to detain them. They take them to court for 15 good years, only to now release them that they could not convict. So when you stay in detention for 15 good years, you have, which kind of prison I want to give you again? Okay? What it means is that in some state, in some country, you have served 30 years imprisonment. Are you aware of that? In some country, when you stay 15 years, because when they give you verdict, you have to, you know, sometimes in a place, depending on the country, you serve half of the verdict. Okay? You serve half. If they give you 10 years sentence, you are going to serve 5 years. Half of it. As a first timer. So if they give you 7 years, you serve 3.5. If they give you 30 years, you serve 15. So what kind of what kind of sentence are they going to give them? They have served systematically 30 good years for staying 15 years in prison. After 15 years, they acquitted them. So, my brother, this is the same thing these people want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that cannot happen. So we need to, you know, when you come, you see, I want you to understand what I'm trying to say, because for you to do the right, to make the right choice, right decision, Make right move. You must first of all understand why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in the first place. If you do not understand the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not kidnapped, then you are not supposed to be in the leadership of this movement. So the only reason why he was kidnapped was to end Biafra struggle. And now that thing is happening.